Yeah, now we're here at Mörtebönse, an old cultural setting in the archipelago. First team arriving here is team head swimming with Björn and Paul. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna have a comment from them. How's it going, guys?
It's going okay, I guess. Halfway through, I think it's now the race starts for real. But it's been fun.
Good. Good luck.
Thanks.
And you, how are your experience so far?
Fine. I'm still scared for the rest.
Good luck.
Okay, first team at the cutoff 3.
Yes, and I just love how how he says that he's really scared
I'm so scared.
for the rest. And really, when they done the pig swim, sure they have the long run left,
Yes.
but I mean now the top team can actually start the countdown
Yes. He shouldn't
towards
be scared.
to us until they come here
To us and the food.
and the food. Yes.
But okay, team head swimming in the lead. Björn and Paul.
Mhm.
Björn, he looked.
He looks strong, but
Very
he is
strong.
strong.
He
He's
is
always
strong.
strong. And it's just going to be great for them, I think, because it looks like they are pulling away, and it's one long swim left.
Yes.
And when we look at the times, we can see that they're maybe not pulling away so much during the swimming, but they are keeping the distance.
Yep.
And they will pull away on the run. So I think this is gonna be hard. But sure, you should never say anything until after the long run.
And Lelle and Magnus is just behind them, a few minutes.
Yes, it's about 3 minutes.
3 minutes. And compared to last year, at this point, when Lelle and Magnus was the winning team with a time 9:11 or something like that, they are 30 minutes faster at this point right now.
Which is crazy.
Yes. So if they keep this pace, I think a time around 8:35, 8:40.
That would be so.
Yes.
Yeah, they would seriously smash
Yes.
the old record. And if Björn or head swimming wins, I mean, he was actually half of the team with the record.
Yes.
Of 9:04, 9:07,
9:07,
9:07 with Antti Antonov. And Antti Antonov and his mate is doing a really good job too, picking it up now, and it's more and more of running. So it's going to be brutal, and it's going to be really interesting at Kvinneholmen, which is right after the pig swim.
Yes, right after you get up.
Yes, there we have 4 teams, and Antti Antonov and Marcus Hultgren is in 4th place. So they are just picking it up, not losing too much compared to the leaders.
No.
And definitely picking it up against the podium. I don't think they can. Well, maybe they could take Simon and Rasmus. It all depends on the long run.
Yes, I think they will do it.
You think so?
Yes,
Okay, you're
that's,
brave.
yes,
you're
because
brave.
I have Ante and Marcus on my list for the top 5.
Yes, and I did not. So I didn't have Simon and Rasmus, and I didn't have Ante and Marcus, and I'm so sorry.
No, so I think that Ante and Marcus will at Ona they will.
I think that Johan is trying to say
arriving
something.
here at Red Bull Sprint Prize at Mörtebönse, and it's team number 1, Lelle and Martin. How's it going, guys?
We're great.
Are you keeping up? What is your plan?
Keep a steady pace. Going.
Vad ska vi säga? What should we say?
We can
Poor
say
Magnus.
poor
Lelle,
Magnus.
Lelle is just fierce today.
Yes.
He just want to go, leave right away.
Yes.
Magnus barely have time to put something in his mouth, and then they're off.
So second team at who's that?
Oh yeah.
Leif GW Persson. Team Livskvalitet by ICA Hagsätra, last year's winners were the second team at cutoff 3.
And they're down to 4 minutes and 19 seconds now in between the two leaders. So as we said, even if they have had the pig swim, actually Magnus and Lelle are drifting off at the wrong direction. Yes. We both have them as the top.
Yes.
Of our list, so maybe, well, I have Björn on my top 5, but he was actually on 5th place, and now
Yes, I had the Björn. I have Björn and Paul on my 3rd place, and Lelle and Magnus on the first place. But
yes.
like Björn said, now the race starts.
Yes,
and they have been racing for around 5 hours right now. So there is almost 4 hours left.
So this is Lelle and Magnus leaving the island.
Yes, and they now out on a 200-meter swim to Skymmende Bunse and 1.5 k of hard, rough trail running. And
yes, that's right. That running will be super hard.
Yes, that's tough. It's almost off trail all the way, and then it's last long swim after that, 970 meters. And you see they use their hand paddles.
And it's kind of a
And Lelle is the first one.
Wavy.
And he looked back. Yes, it's quite.
And I can tell you now on the Kvinnoholmen, which was the timing after the pig swim, that we have Team Nybroviken still at the 3rd place. And Ante Antonov and Marcus Hultgren is on 4th place. Colton Coaching is on 5th place. Keeping it together with Enervit. That is Erik Strand and Carl-Johan Danielsson. And then on 7th place we have Öppet Hav med FJS, which are the guys who are great at adventure racing. So
the question is there any theme that can threaten Magnus or Björn's teams?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Maybe we'll have a race for the 3rd spot.
Yes. No.
Cut off 3, and it is number 3, Nybroviken Rib, the swimmers, and well, they smile and cheer the staff. Over to you, Johan.
The energy station. How's it going, guys?
It's tough now.
I don't see the smile anymore.
That's a long time ago. No, still alright.
Still alright? Are you keeping up?
Much better control than last year. Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, for sure. But we're looking forward to it, for sure. Yeah. The best part of the whole race.
To enter the final.
The long run. It's gonna be great fun.
All right, you're just a few minutes after the other guys. It's like 10 minutes. Good luck.
Yeah, and that was just the right way to keep up the good spirit when you're down.
Yes.
And ÖTILLO is all about that help each other in the team, and it's better to laugh than to cry.
Yes.
like
very
our
hard, though.
swimmers did here, and they said that they really looked forward to the long run at Une. I think they don't, but
They're very ironic.
yes. So third team has passed cutoff 3, and we are waiting for the next team. And is it Antti and Marcus, maybe?
Yes, that's at least that's what it looks like on
Yes.
on the. You can see them jump into the water.
We talked about that before we saw our third team here, that maybe Magnus and Lelle and Björn and Paul is racing for the first and second spot. And then I think we will have a race for the third spot. I think there can be 1 or 2 teams that can race for that. Do we know anything about the first mixed team, where they are right now?
I can try to find them here, but
And this, yes, sir.
Team Fredan and Ankan is on the pig swim.
Yes, okay. And first
And
ladies also.
Yeah, Papetias, they are very close.
Yes.
Very impressive by them, and they're not too far behind Guns and Dentists, which is, I think, the 10th team. But you shouldn't trust this completely, because it can look like it's closer together than what it really is.
Here's the leaderboard. First team, team head swimming with Björn and Paul. This is
From Kvinnoholmen,
Kvinnoholmen,
so we
yes.
at least have 9 teams
9 teams.
passed. And then if we take the Red Bull Energy Station, where we just were, we have 3 teams just passed there.
Yes.
So I think that the women's team and the mixed team, they still have a couple minutes, maybe 10 or 15 minutes before they will come to Kvinnoholmen, which is after the pig swim, and we can look at the tracking, which you all have on your own computer if you just want to. I have marked the ones I think is the most important teams. So we have the team head swimming down here, and they're running like there's no tomorrow. And team Livskvalitet by Ika Hagsätra, they're trying to catch up. And team Nybroviken I would say they were further behind than this shows, because they are probably still in the water swimming. And then we have Antti Antonov here trying to.
I
they're
think
doing a great job.
yes, absolutely. But I think Antti and Marcus, be quick redovisning, they will catch up Team Nybroviken
on the long run.
Yes, or at Kymmendö after the long swim and the shorter swim.
Really? Because I was thinking that Antti Antonov should not catch them when they're. Because here at Team Head Swimming this is the last long swim.
Yes. And then they have a short swim, and maybe at like you said, on the long run later.
And this is where it all starts.
Oh, that's a short run on
Oh, is that
yes.
a short run?
So there you have there is the
here
big
it all
run.
starts.
Yes, here it all starts, and that's for the middle of the pack. Une is a challenge,
yes.
And you also know that when you enter Une, you have the time on your side. You will make the race. And Une is a run for 20 Ks. And that's quite hard.
It's very hard after
Yes.
5-6 hours of racing already.
Yes.
That's very exciting. Team Head Swimmer looks like they're about to get in the water soon again. They'll be there. And still only 9 teams that have passed Kvinnoholmen.
And we will also see how fast the mixed and and women teams are, and if maybe do you think they will go under 11 hours?
Yes, I do
You do?
actually. Yes, I do think so, because the men will be so far under 9 hours if they
Yes.
keep this pace up. So I think that the women have a very good chance to go under 11 hours.
Okay, now we're back at cutoff 3 at Mörtebönse.
All right, still here at Mörtebönse, and we have another team, team number 4, entering the meadows of Mörtebönse yard or farm, I reckon. Let's see who this is. This is Antti Antonov, team number 2. Be quick, redovisning. How's it going, guys? How's it going?
It's going great.
You having fun?
A little bit chilly swim there. But now it's done.
Okay, looks like Antti is on the hunt. He's forcing Marcus to run and stop the commenting.
So that was interesting.
Yes.
They look very, very strong. It
Yep.
would be so much fun to see them do the long run.
Yes,
I bet they're just longing to enter Ornö.
and chase the swimmers.
Yes.
Yes, I think they will catch them.
They looked way too fresh. I'm
Yes.
surprised. I
But-
did not see that one coming.
But Marcus said that the swim was a little bit chill.
I can tell you that they haven't lost. Well, yeah, they lost 45 seconds on the last time checks, and that's not a lot. So they are going very strong.
Yes, and Antti has done it a lot of times, and Marcus also. So they know exactly what they're up to now. The last part of the course.
Yes. We're still waiting for the 10th team to pass Kvinnoholmen, which last time was Guns and Dentist, but they are together with the aquathlon.se. So we'll see when they come, or if they come together or not. But I am assuming that they are losing time against the better teams.
Yes. And we see we have Seglarhotellet Sandhamn as 8th team. They were 5th last year. 10:19 was their final time, and I know they're racing for 9:30 this year, and I think they can do it. Every team is going fast this year.
Yes, it's super fast, and there are more good teams here,
Yes,
and I think that most people know a little bit more about ÖTILLO now, so they know that they have to do some practice before the race. So we see the team head swimming. Team Nybroviken is well, I guess that the 3rd spot right now is the
Yes.
ones you're keeping your eyes on.
Okay, a quick summary then. 8th edition of ÖTILLO, and it all started 2006, and We right now we are 5 hours 15 minutes into the race, and the top teams are at Kymmen Bunse right now, running off trail, and most of the teams in the middle of the race are soon facing the pig swim. So that's where we are right now.
Yes. I'm trying to find Guns and Dentists, but I can't really see them anymore, so I am wondering if they dropped out, maybe. I don't
Do you
know.
think that?
I don't know. It was hard to see them. No, there they are.
Now we have pictures from cutoff 3.
Oh.
This is the team Öppet Hav med FES, Adventure Races, Daniel Hansson and Johan Hasselmark, ranked 4th in the world in adventure racing, and they're now at cutoff 3.
And they're in the top 5 now, so they have done a great job too. And I think both you and me knew that if they are on the start line, they will be top 5.
Yes, absolutely. And Daniel, the man in the front, is a very good and strong runner. Johan also, of course. Their weakness is their swimming.
Yes, absolutely. But I think they know how to pace themselves,
Yes,
and they, even if you say that they rather run off trail,
Yes.
I think that they are strong in the long term,
Yes,
so they will be fine during the long run.
Yes, absolutely. So that was the 5th team passing cutoff 3. Yes.
And I can tell you that at the Kymmen Bunse, we have team head swimmer just passed there now. So
Okay.
they've been out 5 hours and 16 minutes.
Oj.
Here we go with Erik Strand and KJ Danielsson. Team Enervit, and I think they're doing a pretty good job on the running, because it looks like they are falling back a little bit when they do the swimming, if I compare them to Colting. So I guess Colting's team should be coming anytime soon here. And we can tell them that KJ Danielsson did the Ironman Kalmar.
Yes.
So I'm impressed that he's
here.
Yes, I
Yes,
am, because it's
absolutely.
hard. So it's very impressive.
But do you think it's hard? I know there are some of the amateur athletes here that have been racing Kalmar, but do you think in the top that it will really affect the race today? For example, KJ?
I do think so, but it's all about the recovery.
Yes.
How much you've been training or not.
Yes, I think Antti also did Kalmar this year.
Yes, he might have done that. I just thought, I was thinking about the guys now. They were not very fast at the station. It looked like Eric was thinking so much when he was drinking and what he was eating, and I don't know. It almost looked like he spaced out for a second, but I don't know. And we didn't see Colting coming in at the time there there, so. Who knows what Colting and Jesper were there at? They should be there any minute, because they were just seconds between them last time.
Which time we had one team arriving at Kymmen Bunse, It was Björn and Paul.
Yes.
5:16. Then they're, if you compare to last year, they're 30 minutes faster than last year.
It's very impressive. It's very impressive.
Yes.
Here we go with Erik and Koji down to the water, and they're gonna swim for how long?
200 meters. And then is this can they is this a threat to FGS, do you think? For top 5?
I don't think so anymore, because I think the FGS is stronger on the running. But I don't know. I shouldn't say.
Yes.
I think that if Team Enervit wants to, they have to think which way is the fastest. Okay, let's see if Erik does something. Can we see a flip? No. Oh, it was a...
So it's a 200-meter swim and then up on Schimmelbunds for a 1.5 K trail running.
Yeah, and that running on that side, you can see a team. They are almost on the other side now.
Yes.
Going up, and that island, you can barely run on it. It's almost like fast walking.
Yes. What do you think of their swimming?
I mean, it's fine because they've been swimming so much today. They have very straight arms, but you know, you're in a wetsuit and it's open water. It doesn't really matter what you do with the arms above the water. It's what you're doing underneath the water that matters, and how streamlined you are. But I mean, here it's kind of wavy. I think, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's not too easy anymore.
It looks like they drift away a little bit.
Maybe it's a little currency here.
And now the water temperature is around 15 degrees, but now so far into the race, and you have less energy, so now you start to feel that the water is cold.
Yes, and even if you have a short run, you don't have the time to actually build up the warmth again in your body, and when you have the short runs, maybe only 60 meters or 80 meters or something like that, you really don't want to get back into the water. That's when it's very nice to have other teams around you, and you have your teammate, and just turn off your brains and just do it.
And that's the kind of soul of ÖTILLO. You're always on the wrong place. You swim in your shoes and you run in your wetsuit.
Yes.
So it's never nice. Only when you swim, you like to get up and run, and when you run, you like to get down in the water.
Yeah. Okay, interesting facts here now on Schimmelbunds. Oh, sorry.
This is Seglarhotellet, Sandhamn, with Staffan Björklund and Jonas Andersson. He looks a little bit cold, I think.
They look focused.
Yes.
I love when they ask where they're going.
They should know. They have done this 3 times before.
And I would even call them local.
Yes. Yes.
Well, back to Schimmelbunds. We have team head swimming. We're over 4 minutes ahead of Magnus and Lelle, and now they're only 3 minutes ahead. So, well, it will be exciting to see if Lelle and Magnus has been smarter with the pace than Björn and Paul.
That's the only thing Lelle has said. We
keep our pace.
Keep our pace.
Steady pace.
Yes, steady pace. This is the team top 10. We don't know so much about them now. Here you can see they have fins.
So they are actually the first team with fins then?
Yes. Do we know anything about Guns and Dentists?
Are
they still on the course?
I think they're still on the 10th team, but they are way. I think they're almost 10 minutes behind these guys. So there's a wide range in time between number 1 and number 10, I think. But also, I think that's the case earlier year as well. But this year they're just more good teams. Because I know that sometimes you made a podium on maybe like 10 hours and 15 minutes.
Yes.
And I don't think you will do that today. No way.
No way. There is. You have always been in the men class. You have always been on the podium if you have done 10 hours or better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right. Do we know anything about the rest of the field? Where is the last swim runners?
The last swimmer runners. We can take a look at Addnature's sprint prize, which will be the cutoff at 12 o'clock, which is in 40 minutes. And we can see that 102 teams has passed there.
That's good.
So I don't think that they will have to take someone off there. I think that the ones who are injured or sick, like Annika and Fredrik, they will probably drop out of the race on their own.
Yes.
And now it's really exciting. It's over 5 hours now. Now we're actually going to start to see what's going on. So we go to the next time checkpoint. We have 79 teams there. So there are a lot of teams still going to pass this point. So we can just see how spread out the team or the race is really. And now we have Team Nybroviken, but they're keeping it pretty good there. I think that they had a rough path around Addnature sprint prize. That's pretty much where they lost all their time, and after that they kept a pretty steady pace. So maybe they will keep this together this year as well.
Yes, and they have a record of. Last year they did ÖTILLO in 9 hours and 54 minutes. So I think they will have a new personal record this year.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, if they keep up the pace at Ono.
Mm-hmm. Here we can see the top teams and how they're. Here we have Guns and Dances is still running, trying to catch Colting. And we can see the Colting coaching has left Enervit in front of them.
Yes.
Or Enervit has left Colting behind them, maybe.
We talked about other swimrun races here in Sweden, and that ÖTILLO is the mother of all, the World Championship of swimrun racing, and the last race for the season also. And we also here in Stockholm have Ångaloppet in the middle of August. And Björn Englund was the winner of Ångaloppet together with Lars Ekman, another teammate to him, not Paul, who he races with today. We also have Amfibiemannen in the middle of the summer in the north of the Stockholm archipelago. And on the west side we have Öloppet in Gothenburg. And in south of Sweden we have Kustjagaren in the beginning of the summer. And the first race this year was Ute Swimrun, which is a qualifier to this race, and with the same race directors as here.
Yes.
And team number 8 right now, Team Sailor Tele Sandhamn, was the winners of Ute Swimrun, and the leading mixed team right now was also the winners of Ute Swimrun.
Yes, that's very interesting. I'm trying to find the top 3 of the mixed teams right now, and it's still Team Fredan and Ankan, and then I have Team Bisnod with Erika Rosenbaum and Thomas Ogander.
I know there is a mixed team, Team Icebreaker, and I think we don't have information from them, but they should be quite strong, I think. Do you see them in the list? I haven't seen them at all.
Icebreakers.
Yes, Team Icebreaker.
Mm. No.
Don't find them.
Yes, that Team Icebreaker Sweden. They're on a 38th position. And that was the mixed team.
Yes. Here's cutoff 2. And it's 35 minutes to the closing of this cutoff at Nämndö.
Yes, and I still only have, but 102 teams have passed that point. So I'm guessing there are a long time in between the teams at that point
Yes.
too.
And we'll see if the last teams at cutoff 1 will pass at this cutoff 2.
Yes.
Do we have any pictures from the cutoff 2 at Nämndö?
I was gonna go to the tracking again. At least we can see a little bit how they move. The thing with this kind of things is, actually, I think that Colting is having a rough path now, maybe, because on this tracker it looks like Guns and Dentist actually are trying to get in. I can get the tracking on the screen. So it looks like Guns and Dentist actually is catching up with coaching, and I think that at this point I really don't want Colting coaching to not finish the race. That would be too bad if it doesn't finish, because he didn't finish last year because of injuries, and I thought that he was free from injuries this year,
and
but they are losing a lot of time on
Yes.
this distance, so it's
And they were also the winners of Amfibiemannen,
yes,
but it's a quite shorter race.
it's a lot shorter, and usually you do maybe 3.5 or 4 hours, and that's where the body can do that, but it's what you do after 4 and 5 hours that's when you're gonna start to feel weak. And team head swimmers are on Skymendö, which is a short run, and it's a hard run.
Yes, it's
Short and hard, so it will take time anyways. If you're newbies and you just on the website ÖTILLO, and you can check out the distance, the run distance and the swim distance, you can fool yourself, because it says 1,400 meters, and you think, oh, that's nothing. I do that in 5 minutes, and no, you don't. You do that maybe in 20 minutes on this island, because you don't really run. It's more like climbing and walking, and it's thorns and a lot of things just cutting you. So that's also one good thing with the calf sleeves they're using on their legs. It actually protects them, cover up the area. And the weather outside is clearing up. We haven't had any showers here on Utö for a little while, so it looks quite good. And the temperature is still somewhere around 15 maybe, so it's not too hot. They can push themselves.
Yes.
Pretty good, and they keep the pace, as Lelle Moberg would have said.
Keep the pace.
Steady pace. So they will be fine.
And the top teams are, like you said, they are right now on Skymendö.
And we actually have the 4th team passing by there now.
Great. It's Marcus and Antti, Bekvick Redovisning, who's chasing Team Nybroviken, and I think they will.
They're 13 minutes behind the leader, and we can take a look here and see how far they were. 15, almost 16 minutes behind the leaders at the last checkpoint. So they are going faster than the leaders right now, which can. That's yeah. Well, we will see what Paul and Björn.
If they hit
will
the
do.
wall,
It's over for
everything
them.
can happen. But I think absolutely that Ante and Marcus will catch up on Simon and Rasmus. I think
This is the beauty of this race. It's actually now it starts, and as you can see, the times are shrinking again, which is fun for the race. Because if you look at the Red Bull Energy Station of top 5, you had 21 minutes and 17 seconds. If you go to Strimende Bunsan, we're down to 17:50. It's a lot of minutes who are just, where did they go?
Yes.
You know. So this is the whole thing with ÖTILLO. This is when the race starts.
yes.
Who did or who was stupid? Who went too hard in the
Yes.
beginning? Who couldn't pace themselves? Who were too excited? Who pushed their partner too hard? Who held back too much? No, you know, it's all about that stuff now. And we're in almost 6 hours, and when we hit 6 hours, we might not even have 3 hours left.
Yes, right. And also
So it's
right now
exciting.
the nutrition is more important than ever.
Well,
eat.
it's important to have been putting in things
Yes,
already.
before, absolutely.
Because now, I mean, this is when you can see, did I eat too much or not too much? Well, can you really eat too much? I don't think so, but and you might ask yourself if you have if we have Joya somewhere on the
Yes.
field. Where is he? He's been
Maybe
gone for
he's-
so long.
maybe
I
he's
think
going
I
here
need some
to our
Joya
sofa.
time now.
Maybe he's going here to our sofa.
Yes, I'm so wondering where he
Um,
is. Can't he do some great interviews now?
That would be fun.
And so
I think he's going to Ornö.
here we have the walkers,
Yes, and this is also from cutoff 3 at
and
This
that's
is
Colting,
Colting.
and I believe they are tired.
yes, they look very tired.
So we don't know if they're gonna keep this up, or maybe
Are they quitting?
they are quitting because they're walking towards the boat.
Oh, that was sad, I think.
Yes, that was very sad. It's the second year in a row that Jonas Colting is quitting the race, and he was on my top 5 list. So that sucks, really. It does. Now I'm all pissed.
Jonas Colting, former ÖTILLO winner 3 times, and he's one of Sweden's most famous triathletes. I think it looks like they're quitting, or
Yes. So it will be interesting to hear what they say, if it's an injury or if they actually just are tired, you know. They don't look too tired. Jonas looks a little disappointed, but you always are when you don't finish a race.
maybe an injury or something.
Yes. So and Guns and
There is
Dentist.
Guns and Dentist.
Yes. Are they quitting too?
No, I don't think so.
No. And they were actually 3 minutes behind Colting, so now they get a position for free here.
Look at
So now you can see that they are actually jumping into the water without putting on their fins, and then they're gonna be on their backs, putting on their fins, and then they turn around in the water and they start kicking and swimming over there. They do this, practice this quite a lot this year, actually, because they will lose a lot of time doing all this. So we're gonna see
Now-
if we can find Joya.
yes, we're longing for him.
And after that, hopefully, we will get a chance to hear Colting and Jesper and what their thoughts are on this year's race. We have another team, hopefully getting into the water and not to the boat. And that would be Aquathlon Swimrun.se.
You see the pull buoy.
Maybe they talk a little bit. This is also the part of the race where you are tired, so you're not so fast. And here is Joya.
30 minutes from the cutoff here on Nämdö. 105 teams have passed this place, and will probably be 5 or 7 teams that won't make the cutoff here. So they will be picked out of the race and continue with the boat towards the finish line. We've had nice weather so far. It's getting warmer, and the sun is is beginning to shine a little bit. I think the race itself is a fast race this year. A lot of people are making the cutoffs times and actually gaining time over the course. We people that have been very close to the last cutoffs are now approximately 30-40 minutes ahead of schedule. So we have a fast race indeed, and in the front they are moving very fast, and I think people are pretty happy with the race so far. I think we're gonna move over to the studio once, and hopefully we'll get some nice connections with the satellites over here, so we will having some last interviews here as well. But I leave it over to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Joya.
He's very nice and polite.
Yes, very
Yes.
nice.
Mm.
He looked a little bit tired, I think.
Oh no. Who can be? We've not been up that long.
No.
Well, we're gonna hope to hear from Colting and Jesper at the Red Bull Energy Station and see what was going on with them. So we have to find Johan,
Yes.
our second man on the ground, and see what he's up to. So can you call for him?
Yes, I call him right now. Johan, are you there?
Well, we can say that 6 teams have passed through Swimrun, and that's Enervit. And they are 24 minutes behind, and they are actually still losing time against the leading. So they are the ones who are not following the top 5. The
Yes.
pace actually. Sad.
Last year when
Okej. Men vi ses snart då förhoppningsvis. Okej, har ni någon bild eller?
Jesper. And Johan is there with Jesper, and we would like to hear what they have to say about the race.
Klappar de på axeln? Okay, standing here at Mörtebönse with Jesper Svensson from Colting Coaching, just stepped off the course.
Yes, Jonas was really tired, and his stomach and belly was really bad. The last swim course, and we have walked since this. Yes.
But how are you feeling?
I feel okay. No, I can run the whole course, but you get to be 2 in the team. Finish the course.
And how was the race so far? Did you enjoy?
Yeah, it's really good. I think I'm coming back next year and do a comeback.
Okay, welcome back next year then.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was too bad. Carlton had to drop off the race again this year, and well, it sounded like it was a little bit of injuries there too. I'm wondering if he might. I mean, he always change partners each year and so on, but maybe he should try to race with a girl.
Maybe with
Oh,
you.
maybe
with
that
you.
was bad. I don't know. Oh, sorry.
I think he can race with you.
Oh no, I won't race with him. Sorry. Okay,
Okay.
over to the time.
Yes, we have 6 teams on Kymmendö, and the interesting thing is about it is that they're very fast, because last year when Lelle and Magnus was the winners, they had was at Kymmendö at 5:43, and the 6th team today is there at 5:41. So
Exactly.
it's very fast, and also the 7th and the 8th team. So
It's it's
Yes.
incredibly fast.
I think we will have several teams under 9 hours.
You know, you go for that dream time, and you go, and then if one breaks it, it's
Yes.
going to be like 6 teams breaking
Yes.
it, and it's like, oh, that's no fun. You know, you want to be the one and
Yes.
only, so that then it's like, wow. But maybe they go for like 8:30.
Yes, maybe. Everything is up to Björn and Paul and
How fast
Magnus
they
and
can
Lelle,
run.
I think.
Yes.
And now we have more teams on Kymmendö. I think there is around 8 teams on the list.
Yes, on the list. I'm
Yes.
going back to Addnature Sprint Prize, and I believe we have 108 teams passing by there, and that's where the cutoff is at 12 o'clock. So it's less than 20 minutes for the teams that haven't passed by there yet. And if we go to Nämndö South, we do have 101 teams there, so they're
Okay,
going
that's
they're
good.
going really fast on the mid portions of the race. They're doing very well this year. And on Kvinneholmen, which is right after the pig swim, we have 23 teams now passing there. So
That's really good.
it's very good.
Yes.
The times this year will be super fast. I haven't seen. I will see where the mixed women, they are 18th, and the first ladies team are 21 at the last time checkpoint they have passed. Or actually, the women's team climbed up to top 20.
That's great.
Yes, and they have not. Now they are actually done with the pig swim, and there we can see something very interesting. That the Papetia is actually the number 19. So they are doing pretty well on the swimming, which is interesting. They're only 1 hour behind the men's team,
quite good.
so they will probably be far under
11?
11.
You
Yes,
think that?
yes, probably.
That's great.
Yes. Yeah, it's very fast here, but sure.
It's a long race.
Yeah, it's a long
It's a
race,
long
and there
race.
is at least 3 hours left. So this team is number 7, and their team Septic Filter. And we have team 60, Love to Run.
Nice jump into the water.
Mm.
Here you can really, you see that they are starting to getting tired here. Well, you have raced now for almost 6 hours, so it's quite hard right now. And the weather is getting better, no rain, and here on the island of Utö it's almost sunny. So I think it's quite perfect for the racers. And last year, as we said, you have to be under. If you will make it under 10 hours, it would be a podium. But this year, it's not like that. I think we will have almost top 10 under 10 hours.
Yes.
And that's fun for the competition and for the race. That it's harder and harder to make it to the podium. You really have to prepare to get there.
Absolutely. So we can just stick in that this picture doesn't really show the right thing now, because we do know that the Guns and Dentists are ahead of Jonas Kolting, and that the Kolting coaching has dropped out of the race. So that doesn't really make sense. But we do know that Team Head Swimming soon will enter Ornö and the long run, where it will be very exciting to follow them. And also at 12 o'clock, in less than 15 minutes, we will have the cutoff. So we are looking forward to the long run on Ornö and see if top 5 will change or if it will stay solid.
And then everything can happen at Ornö, but after Ornö there's a lot of short runs and short swims before you put feet on the ground on the island of Utö. So if the teams come together there, they also have to be very quick in and out of the water.
Indeed. Well, as we can see here, Team Nybroviken, I don't think that they are necessarily that close to Team Head Swimming, but we don't know. Maybe Team Head Swimming is having a hard time right now with the swimming and running. We do know that Lelle and Magnus are there somewhere in between. We also know that Be Quick revisning with Antti Antonov is having a good moment right now. It looks like they were having fun and doing a good job. And we are always expecting a lot of up at Hav with FGS. And
this is pictures from cutoff 3 at Mörtebönse. And
this cut off it will be 6 o'clock in the evening.
At Ornö South.
Oh, at Ornö South. Okay. So this is no cut off.
No, this is from cutoff 3. These pictures.
Okay.
From
and there they have till 2:30.
Is 2:30.
2:30.
That's right.
Yes.
And they were quite fast down in the water. Just
no hesitation.
No, very good.
Yes.
Here's another team.
It's 82, I believe. It was 82.
82. Also quite fast. Just getting down. That was SAF, Swedish Armed Forces Marine Femkamp, Gustav Wahlberg and Marcus Danielsson.
So the team ahead of them were Per Berg and Rickard Nilsson then. they're sticking together. There are 2 teams on 57 minutes there.
Yes. And this team we saw right now, they will end. Maybe they will cut the 10-hour mark in the at Ute.
Well,
maybe 10,
maybe yes. Yes, it's
if
hard
they
to
keep
say.
up the pace. You see, it's beautiful. That's one good part of the race also, that it's very beautiful if you have the energy to look around your
Which you have in the beginning.
in the beginning.
When you have a 3 or 4 first hours, you're energized and everything is so peachy, and then towards the end it's more like, I just want to finish now, and maybe your hip flexors and everything is starting to hurt in your legs and in the back, and so it's very hard. It's a hard race.
I also liked the last part after Une. It's very beautiful also, with all those small rocky wild islands and short swims, and then you also know that
You're
soon you're crossing the finish line, and the best thing is to get the hug from Mikael Lemmel.
Yeah, there's an amazing feeling once you cross the finish line in ÖTILLO. I have no comparison, because you're so tired, and you're almost high because you're so tired.
Yes.
So. Well, on the tracking, it doesn't change that much. I believe that the team head swimmen have been standing there at the shore for a while, so I hope they're in the water.
And we don't know where Lelle and Magnus is.
No, we're probably right here somewhere.
Yes.
Well, I would say that maybe team head swimming and those teams might have started a long run now. But in only 7 minutes, we are going to have a cutoff at Addnature. That's the sprint prize. But we keep the camera for a little while here at the Red Bull Energy Station, where they jump in now.
Which team? Do you see the number?
I think it's number 16.
16. 16 is...
And here we see a
Team
couple
Upton.
of guys talking, and
Yes.
and it's really cold, but I guess maybe they forgot to close or do something, because I
the
think
line,
maybe
or the
because they had to help each other out there.
This is Team Upton, and they were the 3rd team at the Swimrun this year. So they qualified for this race. Oh, looks good.
And now we have at Shimandö.
Shimandö cutoff.
I don't know if it's a cutoff or not, but I
is.
just know that is that where they cut off.
It's the 4th cutoff at 15:45 or 4 o'clock.
Okay.
5:55.
So we compared that to last year's
Yeah,
time?
and last year Lelle and Marcus was there at 6:28, and they crossed the finish line at 9:11.
So this, if they could keep up the good work, they would probably do it in 8:40.
Yeah, I think so. That
So
would be
that's a lot of time
Yes.
under 9 hours.
the big question right now is where Lelle and Magnus is if they have catched up on Björn and Paul, or if they're losing time. Back to pictures from cutoff 3, Red Bull. This is first mixed team.
Believe so. Yes, this is Fredde and Ankan.
Winners of Ute Swimrun this
Yeah.
year. And they were 4th team last year in ÖTILLO.
Yes.
So they have done this once before, and it looks great.
Yeah, it looks very subtle.
Yeah, solid. Looks like Ankan is a good swimmer.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he takes the lead. They're heading towards the 1.5k of trail running at Swimrun. And then they have their last long swim after that of 970 meters. And then it's almost all about running the rest of the time and some shorter swims. Will they win the mixed class?
I think so. It doesn't look like the other teams, mixed teams, are closing in on them. So I.
But if we see them here, we should see Bibben and Lotta, first women team soon, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just have to flick in here with Lelle and Magnus that there are. We don't know how far behind they are because the timing is very weird right now. So it might be around 4:30 again. So they're going back and forth.
Yes.
But keeping it within the 5 minutes range. So
Is this Bibben and Lotta?
this might be Bibben and Lotta. The first women's team, could it be? No.
This is Björn.
Oh, too bad.
That was Björn and Marika.
Yes,
second mixed team.
so they are very close
Yes.
then. Okay, so maybe I was too fast.
So here we are with Team Sköldpaddan and Den Grå Haren. In Swedish that means Team Turtle and the Grey Bunny. Tom and Eric, you guys gonna pull out from the race? Tell me what happened.
Yeah, sadly I've not been feeling well. I had a bit of an illness over the past couple of days, so I just don't have any energy left to carry on. But it's been great, fantastic race. Been going for 6 hours, and really sad to pull out. It's been beautiful.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good, sadly. I feel like I can make it, which is a bit disappointing. I was trying to will him along, but he's obviously not feeling well. It's a bit of a shame, but he'll come back stronger maybe next year.
Yeah,
give it a go.
How do you guys find each other from Great Britain and Australia?
We work together, but Tom's actually standing in for another mate of mine who had to pull out because he thought he wouldn't be able to do the swimming. So I picked up the phone to Tom, and he said yes pretty quickly. So that was about 6 weeks ago. Yeah. So.
How do you prepare for this?
Good question. I came off my bike about 3 weeks ago, so I haven't done much swimming. And the other 3 weeks just did a bit of running, and I think it's not too bad with the mix of the swimming and the running. I think a marathon would be a lot tougher.
You guys have summer down where you come from now?
Yeah, summertime, coming into summertime in Australia. Yeah, it's still winter though.
But a bit warmer than here, right?
It's a bit warmer, but I actually live in London as well, so it's coming up to the end of the summer now.
So what do you think will be, you will sign up for this year, next year's event?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful race. And I think it's one of the best races to do. I've done a marathon before, half marathon, and this is the first time I've done a swim run race. So yeah, I recommend it to everyone.
Thank you guys, get well and stay healthy, and hopefully we'll see you here next year. Thank you.
Cheers.
And sadly, we just, the team have to drop out, and we actually have the last team's coming in, and everyone will make the cutoff here in Nämdö, so we'll probably leave here without picking any team out from the race. So that's good. A couple of teams have dropped out. Illness. I heard someone had a runner's knee. That's also something that you don't want to continue running with if you have a bit of a ache in the knees. But otherwise, the cutoffs, we will make it. Actually, it's 12 o'clock now, so I think they draw the rope now. I saw the last guy who actually picked down the course. He just came in, so he's actually the last guy who kind of sweeps the course on ribbons and other signs and stuff. And he's a famous multisport athlete, Anders Widegren, who is a great friend of the race organization. And he runs and swims the course by himself, as I understood, and picks down everything from the course. I don't know, are we going to leave out from the studio? I can't hear anything here in my ear. But it's a great day. It's getting warmer. It's 12 o'clock, so I think we'll have a couple of degrees warmer. And hopefully the race, it's still going to continue being very calm. It's very calm. It's no waves at all. And it's going to be still a fast race. So next cutoff is at 14:30, and we'll probably head down there and make sure that nobody gets cut off down there. So with that said, I leave over to you in studio.
In studio, we take it back, and we're taking a little fast look at the tracking. Maybe I can get that one on the screen. And we can see that team head swimming, I just, if this is right, if this is correct, are just running away from everyone
They're
else.
running very
They're just
fast.
running super fast, and they are good runners on road.
On road, Paul has done marathon in 2:32, and Björn has done a marathon in 2:36 or something.
Yes, so they're good
very
here, because
fast
this is
runners.
very easy running. Even if it's very long, it's easy running. And Team Nybroviken has not lost that much more time than the last time, so maybe they're just keeping it together. Maybe they slowed down when they needed to slow down, got some energy in, and said, you know, this is a long day, we need to refuel here and not later. And that's the strength in this type of race. So it's very, very good if they can keep themselves together and show us that you don't need to carry your fluids with you.
But do you think, if this picture was right, do you think Björn and Paul is going too fast? Is there a risk of hitting the wall or something?
No, not now when they're on the long run. Well, you can always hit the wall, but I think that these two guys are so good with this. So I think they have been careful.
Yeah, okay.
And now when they're on the long run, they know that, okay, now it's our time to go.
Yes.
Now we will push.
Pushed.
So we're gonna go on a break now.
Yes. Take some coffee, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Refueling. So we can do this later again.
We'll be back in 20 minutes.